What's going on, Jerome's? The NFL Combine is rolling along, and I understand as a football channel, we should be more focused on that, and we'll do content. I mean, we'll do content, but it's a lazy Saturday. Want to do some just sort of poop posting, whatever you want to do, and we're going to do a pack opening. So got sent a couple packs of cards. They're from 90 and 91. So we got Fleer, we got Pacific Pro Football Plus. We actually might open this one. That one looks cool. Upper Deck, of course. Pro Set. Can we get some rated rookies in here? It's kind of fun. Now, I used to collect football cards and baseball cards a lot back in the day. Sort of got out of it, but just want to open up a couple of these as well as just go down memory lane and be like, hey, that guy. So I'm intrigued by this one. This is Pacific 1991 Pro Football, blah, 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 blah. Plus, I like the tinfoil. It makes me feel like this like astronaut food. We're going to open up some powdered ice cream. It's going to be good. Ooh, baby. So, a couple of these. Oh, my goodness. Vikings legend, Jerry Ball. We're playing for the stupid Lions for some reason. Jerry Ball, nose tackle, man. That's great. So, he's a third-round pick coming out of SMU. That's right. Ooh, 2-time Pro Bowl selection at this point. I love it. I love Jerry Ball. Next up. Oh, this is just a parade of former Vikings legends. Chris Dishman. Come and get some, baby. That's right. Remember, Dishman was the cornerback on the Monday Night Miracle with Antonio Freeman, where Al Michaels like, he did what? Dishman out there just like celebrating like, woo! I broke up a play. And then Antonio Freeman was like, no. I actually like Antonio Freeman, even though he's a stupid Packer. Coming out of Purdue. Good times, man. So, not a former Viking. Dwayne Bickett, linebacker, coming out of South Carolina. I do not know this man. But also, look at that look. Every football player in the 80s and 90s just had that look, man. This is good, man. Also, I really miss when linebackers had that center bar. Actually, the new CBA, all players, including quarterbacks, have to have that center bar. Going back to real football, baby. Next up, Greg Mcmurtry. Oh. All right, so Greg Mcmurtry, wide receiver of the Patriots, also love those uniforms from back in the day. Those should be the new Patriots uniforms. I'm not familiar with Greg Mcmurtry. It was a third-round pick in 1990 coming out of Michigan. He had 22 catches, 240 yards, 0 touchdowns. Oh, so he had the Kadarius Toney season. Whatever. Oh, Pat Swilling. That's right. That Saints defense under Mora for a hot second was a dome patrol or something like that. Like Pat Swilling was in there. Sam Mills. That was a good defense, man. 11 sacks and 63 tackles in 1990. It's a third-round pick coming out of Georgia Tech. Was everyone a third-round pick back in the day? Or a third-round pick in 1986. Pat Swilling was a dude, baby. Next up. Vi Sikahima, Cardinals running back. Do you remember when they were the Phoenix Cardinals? I remember. So he was a running back and punt returner. Went to BYU. Was a 10th round selection. Oh man, I miss when the draft was 17,000 rounds instead of our stupid 7. Like they should have 8 days of draft coverage going through round 65, just like baseball. There you go. Next up. Oh, Bill Fralick. Guard for the Falcons, baby. Getting things going. 4 consecutive Pro Bowlers. Bill Fralick was a dude coming out of Pitt. Was he part of those Dan Marino teams? Also, the Jimbo Covert. Was he part of those Pittsburgh teams? I guess he would have been a freshman or something like that. Oh, it's such a bad beat for Bill Fralick. Did you know San Francisco Jerry Rice caught 5 touchdown passes in a game against Atlanta in 1990? Like, what's that have to do with Bill Fralick? They weren't even on the field at the same time. Also, so all players have to have center bars as well as cowboy collars or the neck rolls. It's just good, man. Yes, Hall of Famer, HOF, Thurman Thomas. I love it, man. I mean, Thurman Thomas, even though he loses his helmet in the Metrodome during that Super Bowl, I mean, Thurman Thomas was a great running back. Thurman Thomas, if you put young Thurman Thomas in his prime in today's game, he would be phenomenal. Like, he was the original OG running back who could run between the tackles, could run with power, could run with speed, could be a great receiver as well. Plus, him in Oklahoma State, he gets overshadowed a little bit by Barry Sanders and the whole anecdote. Who was it? Oh, Switzer. I think it was Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. where it was, hey, whatever you do, don't hurt Thurman, because that young guy, Barry Sanders, we don't want to see him on the field. But Thurman Thomas doesn't get the respect that he's due, but he was great. He was Marshall Faulk before he was before Marshall Faulk. Except, Mark Carrier. Stupid Bears, but I respected Mark Carrier, man. Also, I want to say that Mark Carrier coached like defensive line for the Jets or something like that, which is so random because he obviously was a safety, first round pick out of USC in 1990. He was AP Defensive Rookie of the Year. Like, Mark Carrier was a dude. Absolutely. Oh, Kevin Mack. Yeah, Kevin Mack sounds like a made-up name. Oh, Vontae Mack. Yeah, Vontae Mack from draft day. Vontae Mack, no matter what. He was a 7th-round pick in 84 coming out of Clemson, so he's been in the league for 6 years. He had 702 yards in 1990. There you go. There you go. Oh, Andre Ware. Man. Baby. In terms of, so, the whole, he comes from a gimmicky college offense. You know, the quarterbacks that came from the run and shoot, or the fun and gun in the 80s and 90s. I mean, they're just amazing. So, like Andre Ware, David Klingler, coming out of Houston. Andre Ware put up completely ridiculous numbers, but then you realize, like, this offense is way too simplistic. They're just running 4 wides. They literally do not have a fullback. And the Lions, they tried it. They tried to do it, but the NFL just wasn't ready for the spread or the run and shoot. But, I mean, Houston would put up stupid numbers. Like, after SMU came back from the death penalty and were garbage, I think Houston put up 80 or 90 points on them, which, I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, Big 12 hasn't really changed. Well, that was the Southwest or whatever conference they were at the time. Oh, Sean Jones. Who? Sean Jones, DN for the Oilers. I do not recognize his Packers years, but I respect Sean Jones. He was a guy. Dean Biasucci. For a second, I thought that was Vinatieri. I was like, how long has that dude been playing? But Dean Biasucci, Western Carolina, was a free agent. Whatever. Lastly, Hart Lee Dykes. Hart Lee Dykes, which is a hell of a name. So wide receiver, Oklahoma State, 6'4", 218. Ooh, who the hell was the quarterback back then? I don't know, but they need a tall receiver. Hartley finished his career at Oklahoma State as a consensus All-American. In 1990, he had 34 catches, 549 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. But, I mean, this is probably the day where everything was pro set. You know, it was balanced tight end on the right. You got split backs. And then also the wide receivers were down in a 3-point stance. Probably what it was back in the day. But, I don't know. We spent too much time. We'll do one more. I mean, screw it. It's Saturday. It's a lazy-ass Saturday. This one is Pro Set. The official 1990 NFL card. 14 photos and stat cards. 1 NFL collectible. 1 NFL Pro Set playbook. Ooh. Win a trip to the Pro Bowl and NFL memorabilia. Actually, it would be hilarious if we won a trip to the Pro Bowl, which they don't even go to Hawaii anymore. I should write in. Like, can we get the equivalent cash value? Oh, the official card. Super Bowl. Pasadena. I think this is the one where the Cowboys just completely ripped the absolute bejesus out of the Bills. Also, I've been trying to find this poster that I had on the wall as a kid, where it was the Super Bowl. It was all the Super Bowl tickets. I think the last one, or the most recent one at that time, was the Atlanta Super Bowl, I want to say. I was a really young kid, but it was a great poster where, man, the logos that they used to have for the Super Bowl, now it's just like XXX. It's very corporate. It's very hermetically sealed. I don't like it, but yeah, it is a good one. Oh, Gene Lockhart, Cowboys. Where listen to the book or read the book, Boys Will Be Boys. Was it by Jeff Pearlman? Also Skip Bayless. Back when Skip Bayless was actually a good writer. People forget that. I mean, Skip Bayless is an absolute blowhard on TV, and he does it for the money, but he was a good writer from back in the day. But yeah, some of the stories from the Cowboys, man. Brian Sochia, just getting it done, offensive lineman, down in the trenches, babe. 3 years in Houston, 4 in Miami. Pride of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Yeah, getting it. Ooh, Pro Bowler. Clay Matthews. That's right. Not the douchey Clay Matthews Jr., but Clay Matthews with the Browns. Clay Matthews, speaking of like family dynasties, even though Clay Matthews, whatever. Also, I think another son, Casey Matthews, was like a special teamer for the Eagles, I want to say. But Bruce Matthews, Hall of Famer. Clay Matthews, Hall of Famer. But he was a heart, soul, and hustle guy for the Browns. Also, it's him in the Pro Bowl. Like, I'm sure Clay was getting amped up, man. Just really getting after it. Like I miss like in the 80s and 90s when every player played the Pro Bowl like they were Sean Taylor, as opposed to the touch football game it is now. Ooh, a Viking. We got Carl Lee all up in this B. I mean, Carl Lee was solid, man. I liked him a lot. Just really getting after where he wasn't the whole shutdown cornerback. Plus, it's also a bad sign when your cornerback has 100 tackles for a season, which he did in 1984. Oh, that was the Les Steckel year. So everything was a mess then, right? He had 8 picks in 1988. Took 2 to the house. Carl Lee, pride of Marshall. Come on. Who doesn't love Carl Lee? Next up, Bruce Hill from the Bucks. Now, I love that the Bucks are bringing back the creamsicle uniforms. They should bring them back full time. And it's also a bit of a bad beat that they won a Super Bowl in 2002 with Gruden because, they're keeping that color scheme going where it's fine, but give me the orange. Give me all the creamsicle. Next, Tony Zendejas. Tony Zendejas. Kicking it. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. I was hoping that he would have the bare foot. I don't know how guys would do that. And also, they would do that in cold weather. It's like, no, never. Plus, this would never fly. He's wearing a Nike shoe on his opposite foot, and he's wearing an Adidas kicking shoe. Like, I don't think that the league would let that fly nowadays. Pat Leahy. Oh, great. Hey, we're getting all the kickers. Kicking for the Jets. Also, this guy looks 60 years old. I mean, look at that. That looks like the driver's license of a dude who's on his way to Denny's at 3:45 p.m. on a Tuesday. Get out of here. Ooh. Gary Zimmerman. Hell, Gary Zimmerman could play now. We'd have to kick him inside the guard, but what can you do? Gary Zimmerman was just an absolute monster. Pro Bowler, HOF, should be. Oregon. Man. What sucks, though, is that, he got his rings. Well, it doesn't suck for him, but he got his rings with the Broncos. Should have been Viking long term. Also, 494 Tommy Kramer in that background. Let's go. Also, Randall McDaniel in there with that visor, with that funky stance. Yes. Mike Quick for the Eagles. There you go. Mike Quick. I feel like Mike Quick was underrated. Who was the other wide receiver for the Eagles back in the day? Harold Carmichael, who was like 6'9", like legitimately. It was great. Dino Hackett, a linebacker. So Dino, my guy, he's got the center bar as well as he's got the cowboy collar. This was football from back in the day. Walter Stanley. All right, so Walter Stanley, whoever that is, go ahead. 89 punt return leader. Like the Lions forced a lot of punts. Please. Although they were actually kind of good back then with Wayne Fonts and whatnot. Dalton Hilliard, running back for the Saints. Back before they were the cheating ass Saints. Screw him. Right in the face. All right, so we got a rookie. Muhammad Elewanibi. He was the 1990 Outland Trophy winner. Who was he drafted by? Does not say. Anyways, so we got a Muhammad Elewanibi rookie card. If he pans out in the league, that's going to be worth something. Then we got Ernie. I feel like Ernie is an underrated name. Like, you never see any little kids named Ernie nowadays. All right, Phoenix, wide receiver, blah, blah, blah. Not really doing much. Lastly, the playbook. 2 ways to win with the NFL. Oh, it's a scratch off. I had a quarter around here somewhere because I went to Aldi. Now, all right, so we got Bellagio $1 chip. We're going to scratch off here. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Extra point, one. I got extra point, 1 point. So I don't know what that means. The other one was an incomplete pass. What does this mean? Get NFL merchandise free with points, discounted 50% with partial points. Oh, so I did not win a trip to the 1991 Pro Bowl. So this is bull crap, but whatever. Anyways, that's it. That's a pack opening from back in the day, 1990, 1991. Fun, low content Friday, Saturday, whatever. You know what day it is. Anyways, let us know your thoughts and our thoughts. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. We'll get more cards. We'll do more of these where it's just me BSing about dudes from back in the day and talk about cowboy collars. It's good. But until next time, Skull, production value.